Before I get into this morning's live, I mean, where do we even start here? Where do we even start? XRP is up another 17% right now, and it's at $2.68. XLM, I was going to talk about how great of an opportunity it is right here. And then while I'm waiting to do my live, it goes from minus 4% to up 3.28% in that amount of time. Like, it's going back and forth so quickly that XLM looks like it's about to have a massive breakout. DGB, we're in the last 24 hours or so, I already had 300,000 DGB. I bought another 46,000 DGB because it's in a massive pennant flag. And it's only come up a little from where I bought it. It's in a massive pennant flag. When it tapped down here, I said, Jesus Lord. Just on the potential alone, I got to buy more. And I already have 300,000. So I had to buy some more DGB. It's my baby. But Jesus Lord. And if it doesn't play out and it gives me more opportunity, I'm going to buy even more. If it gives me the opportunity, I'm going to try to build this to 1 million if it comes down below 1 cent again. But it's sometimes hard to put into words what's going on here. But XRP right now, literally, and I'm going to apologize, I won't be able to get to all the comments. I'm too excited. I got to pick up my son at 11:20 a.m. So I'll be off of this stream at 11:10 at the latest. At the latest. So, but I need to spend this time with everybody because this is unbelievable what's going on here. And it's not just XRP. Like, you know, some people have criticized me in the comments in the last couple of days because they say I keep referencing my 34-cent buy-in too much. Well, that's my buy-in. So when somebody asks me if I would buy here, I say I bought for 34 cents in the bear market bottom here in the last year and a half. So no, I couldn't say yes, but, you know, I'm not trying to gloat. I'm just saying it's simply astounding. And for anybody new, you might not understand, but there's almost 29,000 people in this audience. There's probably a good 7 to 10,000 that are in positions at 34 cents with us or somewhere near under 40 cents based on the toolage of what we've done here for over 3.5, almost 4 years. If you want to call it what put me on the map, it was back in 21 when I first started in March of 2021. And I think it's important to go through this. And I appreciate this kind of stuff when I listen to somebody. So I appreciate talking about it. You know, we bought in at 47, got out at $1.66, didn't buy back in until we now have 34 cents. It took a couple years. We went through a very bad bear market, but we were able to get out in a top, buy in a bottom, and now we're able to enjoy this. So, like, from a standpoint of XRP's up 16.7%, for anybody who's been here, we've talked about this for a long time. When it starts getting up into these upper ranges, it's going to be a 15, 20% move for anybody who's bought in on that given rally. It's a 38-cent move, right? 16% for us. That's well over 100%. So when I'm sitting here seeing XRP up 16%, knowing damn well I just made over 100% today on XRP, my investment, there's something to be said for that, because if you understand how to invest, you can make massive, massive, massive amounts of capital. But, you know, easy come, easy go, as they say, right? So you have to understand the holding pattern. You have to understand exactly how you want to play the game. I'm still looking at XLM. It's trying to, in my opinion, break out of what I consider a pennant flag. And it's a pretty weird one if you take the toolage of the entirety. But you can even see it from a smaller scale that we've already broken out technically of the flag right now. This move is trying to break out technically, but I went to a higher level so that I could hold it to a higher standard. If you're wondering where it's back testing right now, yes, it's absolutely vital for me to put the actual honest part here too, because the back test is going to have to back test the initial pennant flag breakout. So if you look at this, it's attempting right now to break out of this pennant. And it's got a slightly higher resistance above just from what it's formed. And it actually has to come down, but it's actively trying to have a big breakout here for XLM. If it does this, XLM is going to have a pretty big move here. If it doesn't, I mean, it's got a long ways to come back through. But this is something I've been watching play out for the last several days. So just pay attention to XLM. That's been a fantastic consolidation. So eventually I believe that's going to break through. I just feel like it's back testing here. So I wanted to be honest with the audience of what's happening right now. Why it could be up 2.7% when we just started. And now it's down 0.3 because it's back testing the initial pennant flag breakout. Gerald Richardson, wow, thank you so much for joining Tom's Army. That's crazy. You just made me the happiest person in the world today. Literally. To support my craft like that, I can't believe it. Thank you so much for that. And I know it's your first month because that's the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. Yeah, H bar is up 31% today. Somebody put it in the comments. Bought it at 4.8 cents. So it's not just XRP. Everything you see on here I own. Everything except for, let's see, XDC because no exchange for me. But I have DGB, I have ZIL, I have VChain, I have VTHOR, I have IOTA, IOTX. And some of you know I finished off my bag on IOTA yesterday when it was about 28.5, 29 cents, but it brought my average up to almost 19 cents now. But I'm just fortunate that they have it on HOTCOIN. I'm very fortunate. We're talking about some of our other things. Our XRP healthcare were up 1,200% this month. You know, that's a 12x for any of you that hold XRP healthcare with us. So we bought it at 1.7 starting, 2.1 average. And I think it's important for everybody to understand what we've gone through here and how long we've been watching this and the dividends it can pay if you understand technical analysis. A lot of people say, what's the importance of technical analysis? It's important because you can see the setups, ladies and gentlemen. You can see it, okay? IOTA's up 18.5% today. The one that got away from me is Algo. Because I just had so much volume to buy. AMP's another one that's starting to set up here. It's at 7 cents. When it came back, or 007, when it came back down here and did this volatile swing to make, what are we trying to make here? We're trying to figure out where it was going to be. This might have just made the pennant. Or not, maybe not the pennant, but it might have made the consolidation area we were looking for. It's hard to tell with this one because it consolidates so much after huge moves. But I bought more now on this consolidation. I had 100,000. Well, I had 440,000 when it made the initial move up. As you guys know, sold it up towards the top. A couple 100,000. But I bought back now about 200,000 of the ones I sold. But I've saved significantly. And this is just what I do with AMP because it's so volatile. But I want to hold it until I feel like it's going to go through the rest of the pattern. But let's just trying to go through the market real quick. Bitcoin's done that huge inverse head and shoulders. Ethereum's trying to break out of a massive broadening wedge. And a huge pattern that goes back to 2021. Which the target initially is going to be 38, then 4,100. And all the way up, if it plays true, 7,000. So we'll see. But isn't this incredible, ladies and gentlemen? Oh yeah, if you need to buy XRP healthcare, you can buy it on buy it on CoinStore. I have a link in my video description. I forgot about that. Thank you for mentioning that. It's in my video description or in my home. Yeah, go to the video description of this live and you'll see CoinStore. That's just volatile pricing, and there's nothing I can do about that. But that's the only place in the USA I could even find to do anything with it. But you can see what's happening here. We broke out of that pennant, and the technical target here. Let me do the intro. I'm just so excited here because we talked about this possible pennant this morning, and we've been talking about this, or not talking about this for days. But when this pennant formed, I talked about it this morning and said, hey, if this pennant flag breaks out. And I don't even know if it is a pennant flag, but it's set up like when it had that downtrending resistance, uptrending support starting. So it was set up almost like a pennant. So, I mean, if you look at the real technical target of where it broke out, and if it plays true, $3.06, like unbelievable. You're talking about a $3,500 investment, and it's important. Some people are asking about, profits. A $3,400 investment right now is worth almost $27,000 if you bought 10,000 tokens. I'm not worried about profits because I'm riding this. This is a long-term game for me with XRP. But I also bought, for anybody who's new, I bought additional XRP at 38 cents just so I could sell it when it had the evened out balance that it would pay off my entire holdings that I have for the long game and that swing trade bag. And I did that perfectly on the run up from 38 cents. And I found the exact spot where I had to sell it, where I could get my money back for the entire holdings that I want to hold. And obviously the swing bag, get rid of it. But then I used that investment to buy the DGB at 005, 7, 8. You know, I bought a whole bunch of other things with that profit too. So it was so great that it front ran it. That's how I bought my main IOTA as well. Most of that went towards the IOTA bag. It just so happened when I did that, somebody mentioned in the comments that HOTCOIN was starting with IOTA. I could not, I almost fell out not even out my chair, I almost fell out my standing position. But look, XLM now up 2.7%. I was trying to hone in there because it was an opportunity for someone. But now it seems to have held the breakout of the initial pennant. And I determined that was a pennant. That it made an inverse head and shoulders. And I was just saying it was a pennant because it looked like it. It's a massive pennant. If you want to know the implications of this pennant flag, it's massive. It's massive. Remember when XLM was front-running XRP in the beginning of these moves? Now XRP is front-running XLM. This is a massive flag. It's massive. And like, some are talking about profit taking. I can't tell you when to profit take. I'm XRP future millionaire, so I have bigger plans. I'm waiting for XRP to become a world. I've said this many times, so the banks use it as a liquidity hub. And I'm not selling anything. These prices on crypto that I own, like DGB still 96% below its all-time highs roughly, or 94, actually about 92 now with its run up recently. Most of them are 80% off. Until these get to all-time highs. Oh, the time frame of the breakouts, they're not small time frames, they're huge time frames. The 4-hour time frame, look how that's set up for XLM. These aren't 5-minute time frames. I know somebody was saying that in a positive. These are big time frames. Look at this. I'm not selling anything. I didn't wait through this bear market and sell the bull market last time to not appreciate what's going to happen. The Yankees win the pennant. I remember the call back in the late 90s. All the time I would always hear that. But yeah, I can understand that. This is unbelievable. No, I know, Bob, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for 6 months. And I'm sorry that I'm not getting to everybody. I'm just overjoyed. It's just overjoyed. No news on XRPP. Nothing on that today. You can't fire Ryan Day Douglas. As much as you and I hate losing, like I'm a Michigan fan, I hate losing to Ohio State, and Ohio State fans hate losing to Michigan. You can't do it, especially 4 years in a row, especially this year when Michigan sucks. We don't even have a quarterback that's functional. He only threw for like 57 yards. But you can't fire Ryan Day, and I'm going to tell you why. In the college football playoff, he's not playing Michigan. You watched him the last time he was in the playoff nearly knock off Georgia, a juggernaut that was going for back-to-back. You can't. You were one missed field goal away from Ryan Day winning a title. He really would have. He would have crushed TCU. But once he loses in the playoff, you got to get rid of him. He's got to show some stones and kahunas and just some masterful coaching. And like I told my brother, if that was Jim Harbaugh, it was Jim Harbaugh, remember? 0-5, 0-6. Faked his way out of the COVID year so he wouldn't have to play in it. But then he beat him once, beat him twice, beat him 3 times, and that wasn't even the caveat. Once we beat you the 3rd time, we wanted to win the title. And we won the title last year. And now, like, who I'm rooting for, because my late aunt moved from Michigan, and she was my all-time favorite. She moved from Michigan, my Aunt Paula, when I was a kid, real young. And I only seen her about 4 times the rest of my life, 4 or 5 times. And she passed away a few years ago, but she lived in Oregon, and she was an Oregon fan. She actually enjoyed watching the football. So I became a second-tier Oregon fan through family, and I've loved them. And I never thought it would matter because they were in the Pac-12, so I used to root for them to win titles. And now they're in the Big Ten, and I want them to win so bad with Dan Lanning. I can't even describe it. I think it would be an awesome gesture. And I know my aunt would be smiling down saying, see, I told you we could win one. I told you. But I like Dan Lanning, and I think he's built a team that can win it all. So I hope he wins. That's my team away from home, let's just say. Obviously, I'm a Michigan fan. I can't. So, you do reap what you sow. That's so true. Yeah, I mean, and remember, everybody, the ROUSD stablecoin isn't even on the ledger yet. The real-world assets haven't found their way to the ledger yet. Do I stop yet? The XRP ETF hasn't even been announced yet. The lawsuit hasn't even officially ended yet. But see, this is what I tried to tell everybody a few months ago, about a month and a half ago, when they expanded the lawsuit and said, oh, we're appealing it. We already knew that didn't even matter. It was all nominal value. This is not a security, and it can't be. There was an amendment put in. Once we seen that, we said game over. Anybody not holding it now is risking it. When it was at 48 cents, I remember at 54 cents when it was about to break out. It was up 0.25%. I could play the short. And I said, I was laughing, and I said, we're about, and I just talked about a 65%, and I just on that 0.25%, and I got a lot of comments on the short that were like, I don't know what you're looking at. And it's like, I've been watching this for the last almost 4 years nonstop. And when I seen it break a certain resistance and the way it broke out and the way it was bad, it was everything. And the way it did it, the fact we stayed on top of that 2018 resistance as support and verified it, the fact we validated an inverse right arm, the fact we validated a retest and now a breakout back test of a cup and handle formation, it all lined up. It's kind of like XLM right here. No one's paying attention to it. It could shoot up to 70 cents. Well, wait a minute. What's the target? I'm going to cook with XLM here. I got a leverage trade not only with the community. Well, I can't talk about the community, but not only with you guys, which was down $50 when or $28 when I woke up. That's now reversed and is up like 50%. But I've got a personal trade here that I think it's going to break out of this pennant. And it's a 10x for me personally on my own account. But I don't like to talk about that. From our spot positioning, I've got about 12,222 XLM, not to sugarcoat it, from 8 cents. So it's not just XRP. We were doing this on all of them. It's craziness. We're cooking. 550% on XLM roughly. 650% plus on XRP, 1,300 plus percent on XRPH. Some people are like, Tom, where's your hidden gems? I don't need to hide them. I know what I'm looking at. I wanted the ISO and IoT tokens. And then I gave a few gems. Gem, up 1,332% this month alone. The red tag items that you better pay attention to, right? IOTA, crushing it today, up 18%. IOTX, up 5.3%. You got VeChain, up 10% today now. Another big one with the IoT. But the big ones with the network, on the network, is IOTA has a part of the mainframe for the IoT. Cadena has a part of the mainframe for the IoT. Helix has a part of the mainframe for the IoT. You can buy IOTA and you can buy Cadena. Cadena's on BITUNIX and IOTA's on HOTCOIN. You can buy them both spot on each of the exchanges. And if you're looking for that, and I'm only going to talk about it once because I hate doing this, but I feel like when it comes to the positions and you need to find out how to buy it, BITUNIX right here just go to my homepage. It's the easiest way. BITUNIX, whoops, I don't need to click on it. But BITUNIX, there's a link there for you. If you're looking to buy Cadena, if you're looking to buy a lot of things, or if you're a leverage trader, that's where I hold my leverage positions because there's the cheapest fees that I've ever found. But that's where you can find that ISO or the IoT token. There's XRP and a bunch of others as well. But if you're looking for that route, there's that one. On HOTCOIN, they have so many of them on HOTCOIN. But I have my IOTA, my HBAR, my VELO, and my XRPP we talked about yesterday. However, it's very volatile. So to try to buy some right now, you're going to have to be very patient because not all of my order went through yesterday. Only about 15,000 tokens went through at that 004. Now it's at like 1.9. So it's like, I got to wait to let some of this fill because it's so sporadic right now. But that's one that we found out that a Ripple board member is the CEO of this. We went through it yesterday. It's insane. So I want to invest in this thing over time. It's just, I don't know how this is going to settle today with the price. So that's on HOTCOIN. There's so much stuff there. Crypto.com. If you're looking for like a Visa debit card, that's where I put my crypto on that debit card if I'm selling or if I want to pay with crypto. But I have my DGB, which I bought another 46,000 not too long ago. So I have 346,000 now. I have my ZIL. I have my VChain. Shit, I haven't even talked about ZIL today. I have my IOTX and I have my VTHOR on there. So like, then there's ways to show support to the channel, but that is on you if you want to. That's not even required. But it's been a phenomenal movement here. And there's VELO up 1.2%. I think it's vastly undervalued. Casper I have on here, but I don't really want to hold it because of what the founders did. I don't know if I want to support the project anymore. So I haven't bought back in. I can't get over what they did to the people. So I'm going to tend to not support that kind of stuff. But I think did it get rid of my comments now? It does this every single time. That's okay. I'm okay with it. Got rid of my comments again, Julie. It's okay. You know, oh no, it did. Now they're back. Yes. No, do not trade XRP for memes. When should we start taking profits on XRP? Do we keep holding for some? Oh, I'm not going nowhere. I told you I'm holding for XRP. And if you want to take profit, like I said, you'd have been foolish not to do it if you wanted to do it to take money or to sell outright. Somebody wanted to sell at $1.70 and I said, don't be dumb. And I wasn't being mean, but 222 is the first target out of the descending wedge. So you should have at least let that play out. The fact we back tested and held it, our technical target out of that descending wedge, and I know a lot of people are new probably in here. I have a lot of charts. I apologize. Because I have so much information that I can't possibly put it on one chart. But $5.49 is the technical target out of this almost 7-year descending wedge. ICP, oh my God, that's what I forgot about. Fuck. Excuse my French. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot about ICP. I told you I had so much stuff I was buying. Oh, fuck. That one's going to make me, that one's going to make my skin crawl someday. I was watching that retracement for so, that's going to make my skin crawl. Look how long I watched this. Oh, it never broke out of this last retracement. Oh, it's still in the consolidation. Oh, fuck. I was going to say I was watching this for so long. Did it go to the right one? Did it go to the right one? No, that's not my ICP. I was going to say that wasn't. I was watching this for a very long time on this. Where the fuck did all the chart go now? Because I was watching this uptrend as it was happening in real time. I'm so glad you mentioned this because it has not broken out the entire structure yet. Oh, man, I would have been so mad. I remember watching this and saying, I need to get it when it hits the bottom, and I missed the bottom of the consolidation, though, so that's something. Oh, man, there's a few of them like this. AV's another one that I'll never let myself down for that one. I watched that from like $400 come down, and I had a buy zone at like $61, and it sure as shit hit it and then some. I don't use Uphold. I don't like it anymore. The amount of fees that they stole from me, it wasn't even worth me holding anything on Uphold. So I found different ways. 105% already it's moved. Wow. Wow. And this is one that seriously has potential. Big potential. I was watching this back here. Back in 21, I was watching ICP when it was way up here at 50 freaking dollars. That's why I said this will be one that I will have a hard time sleeping at night. knowing that I was watching this for a long time. Oh yeah, Uphold's a big scam too. They can suck my gratuities. They can suck my grotesques, if you want to put it frank. Okay, so I'm adding this to my buy list. Does BITUNIX or HOTCOIN offer this, I wonder? Does BITUNIX or... Let's see. I'm sorry for taking up everybody's time with this because I know I only have a few minutes. But there's some things that like I am personally interested in. XRP at 272 now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Yes, they have ICP for the record on BITUNIX. If you're on BITUNIX, they have ICP on BITUNIX. It's $13 a share right now. I watched it come down from $40 to miss it at $6. Unbelievable. That one's going to make my skin crawl one day. Now, if the XLM trade plays out the way I want it to, I'll be able to buy as much ICP as I want. It won't even matter because XLM is going to kill it in my, well, you guys know. The gambling of senses. But XRP right now hit at 272 now is unbelievable. Oh, yeah. You're in a beautiful position on XLM. I'm assuming you're long. You're talking about a leverage trade. But yeah, I mean, everything. Look at XRP's market cap. Gained another 18% today. 23.9 billion it added to the market cap. So look how quick money's pouring into XRP. Look at the Bitcoin dominance coming down. It's at 56.45 now. IOTA's about to run away. That's why I showed such urgency with it when Rob Holcliffe told me that it was on HOTCOIN. It was, I think, 13 cents or 12 cents. It might have even been 11. But I had such urgency to get those 10,000 tokens. It was crazy. Not urgent enough because it cost me a little bit. I'm like 18.7 cents now. Like, it went up so quick because the price was going up. I don't know if it'll be this bull run, but DGB is eventually going to break that all-time highs. I'm telling you right now. Bitcoin is full rotation, indeed. Wait till liquidity kicks in on the 4th of December. We're going to... I know! And there's going to be... Like, it's just moving so fast. Remember when I said it's a super cycle? This is what I'm talking about. In a super cycle, you don't get retracements. You get those pennant flag consolidations. You get the 20%. Like, look at XRP, what it did yesterday. We were so happy. I was so happy yesterday. And this 4-hour looks extremely bullish. Like, that's about to engulf the entirety of it. But this morning, I was so happy. Even last night when it was consolidating, it went to 249. I said, we better be careful here. If it goes much higher, we're going to be in trouble because we needed to consolidate big. Look at that consolidation. That's an 11% pullback. That's beautiful. You know how many people liquidated? You guys, once you understand the liquidation market, you want to know why we were able to move back up? Watch how many longs got liquidated. Think of all, and this is what I was talking about with XRPP. Just make sure you don't buy it right at 1.9 if there's all these order books that people are trying to buy at 0.008. I'm just saying. You know, don't do it. My buy that it took was 0.004, a very small amount of it, but 15,000 is 15,000 tokens at least at that price. But the only reason I talk about this, and I showed former Ripple board member Craig Phillips brings over 35 years of private and public sector leadership. And we went through, so from Ripple, when we went through this though, when we went through the white papers and what their agenda is, look what their agenda is for, I'm just saying, their agenda for Q2 and 25 is XRPP to be listed on mainstream exchanges like Binance and OKX. If that happens, this thing's going to explode. Not to mention that in March of this year, this project was at $1.77. And now it's at 1.9 cents. Wait a minute. Give me Uphold's customers. Oh, yeah, yeah. See? Uphold was threatening me with stuff too, because I made $22,000 last year. Well, in my last year taxes, which would have been from the year before. And that was all on Uphold, those profits. And they blocked my account, made me do all this extra verification. And then they allowed me to go back on, put limits to how much I could withdraw. So the moment I got every dollar off of there, I couldn't even send crypto from Uphold anymore to another exchange to get it off of there. And they put a limit of $1,000 a day on my account, or $1,000 a week at the end. So it was a pain in the ass. So that's why I got rid of them. And I won't even hold XDC there and I canceled my account with them. It was horse manure. So, but look at this. 2025 to be listed on OKX. And you know what, honestly, if you want to buy it at 1.9 cents, who am I to say not to? Oh, I remember Josie Whale's story. That's when I said I'm out. And then right when I tried to do it, all these restrictions started. When I started to have these big profits. 21, it didn't seem to matter. But once I started swing trading when there was in a bear market and doing a great job, apparently they might not have the liquidity they needed. Holy moly. That's crazy. Crazy gains. But this is in 25. And then they want to be listed, obviously Binance and OKX. But then they want to have a digital identity system by Q3 of next year. 1,000 global operation centers. This is another XRP healthcare in a different sector. Then in Q4, they want to have 5,000 global operational centers. 2020. So we're so early on this one too. And I could not talk about it at $1.77. I refused. Just like I refused to talk about XRP healthcare at 15 cents. But at 1.7, I was willing to talk about it. At 1.9, I'm willing to talk about it. Look at XRP healthcare now. We're up 1,500% this month. Who here owns XRP healthcare? It's XRPP. It's XRPP, so it's... Here, let me go back to it. So, and this is the thing, like on HOTCOIN right now, and it's showing 1.9 cents when you look at it around different spots. But on HOTCOIN, it's messing with me because nobody wants to buy what people are trying to sell it for. It's messing with me. So when I go to HOTCOIN and I go to XRPP, and I understand we might just have to bite the bullet and buy it every day. I get that. It's at 1.9 cents. It says it's up 900% today, but it's not because you couldn't buy in at that. You couldn't do that. So if you're trying to buy it, it can tell you it's up 900%, but that's just because of where it was sitting when nobody was buying or selling it. But it's really at 1.9 cents. And the sell orders and the buy orders have caught up to each other. So it really is at that price. So if you want to buy it, you're going to have to buy it at 1.9. Like if I want to put a market order in or a limit order, I can do it at 0.019 whatever. And if I want to buy it, I'm just going to do my buy for the day. I'll buy it at 1928 and see if it fills. It'll be 12,361 tokens if it does fill, mind you. But that's what you have to do. But I would always do it as a limit. I would do a limit order and look to see there's somebody, but now there's not everybody. Now see the book below. This is why I don't want to do it. Because the book below is at 009 except for one person. So if nobody's willing to pay that 1.9, the market value is not 1.9. So we have to do our due diligence and just don't overzealously buy it. You're going to give into some hands that don't deserve it. In my opinion, the price should be about 0.009. And I haven't ordered to buy, so just make sure of that. But yeah, this is on HOTCOIN. But it's the background. So it's XRP public chain is what it is. And it's XRPP is an innovative banking technology and solution protocol public chain focusing on the field of encrypted digital currency. The contract, like to buy it right now, when I look at this, it says in the market, it's at 1.9 cents. But the contracts people are trying to buy it at, only one person has it at 1.9 cents. The rest of them have it at 0.009, 009, 008. And you're talking 800, 008, 007. So Only 44% of people are buying as 56% are selling. So this tells me it's overvalued in a way. When I got my order filled, it filled. You guys remember when I tried last night? It filled it was 5,615 tokens at 0.004. Then it jumped up to 1.9. So, oh, it's way undervalued, Paul, on XRP Healthcare. It's just like this XRPP is way undervalued, so I don't know what to do now. I want to buy it every day. I want to buy it every day just like I was with XRP Healthcare. And under 5 cents, what do I even care about the price? Is what I was telling myself before I even bought it. It just fucked with me when it filled those first part of it at 0.004. It really messed with me. Oh, shoot, it's 11.13. All right, guys. XRP's at $2.78. It's incredible, but we do have to go. Today, if you bought when we bought, we've made about 140% today. So, and then if you look at XRP Healthcare, it's like the cherry on the cake. You know, it's the cherry on the cake. We're up 1,500% this month. So, does Tom call out big Xers? Well, I called out a 15X in 1 month. So, you know, there's something for us to be said. So, you know, we do know what we're doing here. We just are patient. So, have a blessed day. Watch XRPP, and guess what? We're just going to have to buy it every single day at market value. You know, you got to buy it at market value, or you're going to end up buying it for much more. So, you know what? For the community, I'm going to be the first asshole to take the plunge. I'm going to buy it at market value because I believe in it, and I'm just going to buy it every single day. I now have 17,953 tokens. My average cost is only 0.005. Oh. Okay. Oh, no, it's not. That it hasn't reset. I was going to say that doesn't make any sense. Well, I have 15,000 tokens, or 17,953 now. I guess it could make sense. It says 0.005 average cost. So what's the price? Okay, so yeah, the market price is holding. So just pay attention to that. So I gotta go. Have a blessed day, everybody. We'll be back soon. I'll be back soon. $2.79. Make sure to hit that like button before you leave.